Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Dottie The Herbalist. so, I'm cutting to the chase, y'all. My head is killing me. But September, even though it is ending, I wanted to bring some material, right? That could possibly help people. And I'm always doing my long form content in that way. So if you like long form content and extended content where it educates you, you can subscribe to the Sacred Healing Garden on moderndayconfidence.com. But September is the month of Suicide Prevention Month, okay? It is also the month of pain awareness. I didn't even know they had that until I Googled it. So, a lot of times when people are having unaliving thoughts, sometimes these thoughts can stem from trauma of any kind, and it can start at any stage of life, okay? A lot of times it comes from my perspective, okay? It comes from the lack of support, the lack of knowledge around catering to mental health, okay? Whether your mental health be, whatever the case may be, no case is smaller or greater than the next. Whether it be ADHD, ADD, and anxiety disorders like CPSD, PTSD, schizophrenia or bipolar, okay? Personality disorders. I can go on and on and on. There's not enough knowledge or information, should I say, out here, because there's still a stigma around mental health issues, right? I shared on my last couple of shorts where a family member of mine, right, a few years back, next month it will be 3 months, and dealing with grief is something I think we all have to deal with, because leaving our physical body on this physical plane is inevitable, right? But when we leave our loved ones, I don't like just spontaneous, not even spontaneous on a whim, because I don't want to say spontaneous. Like, spontaneous has like a whole range of emotions that comes along with just being spontaneous. So that's not the verbiage I want to use. When someone leads their own life, there is a lot of internal trauma, like a lot, okay? Sometimes it's not about material possessions. Sometimes it's not about a partner or significant other. It's the situation at hand that a lot of people don't know what people who suffer with mental illness go through. Like, I've seen it my whole entire life. So, this is a space where I provide a tool, a medicine, right, for mental health. Now, will it prevent suicide? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it, not one bit. Because well, okay. Because medicine cannot save everybody. I don't care if it's plant medicine. I don't care if it's prescribed medicine. Okay, people are dealing with root issues that are so ingrained in us that, you know, if someone, and I'm pretty sure someone has written about it, I don't think some people will even be able to fathom or even comprehend, because they're not comprehending. Not today. Maybe years down the line, people will actually, you know, connect the dots and correlate, like, why so many people are having difficulties with the mind. I want to speak from a perspective nobody has touched on. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. I've probably seen it like dabbled here and there. The video I did about perimenopause and menopause, and I say each phase of life where women drastically change, and I'm not saying young men or a young man or men do not go through this, because it's life and everybody's anatomy changes, right? But when you are not properly guided, it can mess with your mental so bad. If you are fondled physically, mentally, and emotionally in men and or women, talk about narcissistic behavior, it stems from somewhere. It didn't start with that person. You know, it started with a mother or a father, or it started with a caretaker or provider. It started somewhere. That's learned behavior. Okay, trauma is learned behavior, and what stuns me is that people think that just because you are rooted, like taught in love, that you're gonna love properly. Not all the time. And then the rest of that quote says, people who are raised on survival, y'all know the rest. Broken people break people. It is so much that I can speak on, and that's so not the case. Like, it's not. I feel like if you stick with learned behaviors, then that's the person that's the outcome, right? If you unlearn to relearn those patterns, because a lot of people just sit in those nasty patterns, and they don't want to learn, they don't want to unlearn, they don't want to get better in no way, shape, or form. Like, you have people like that. And you have people who just operate like, hey, you know, this pattern, this cycle, this is not normal. I want to learn how to heal. I want to learn how to be loved. I want to learn to receive love. I want to learn not to be so much of a giver. I want to learn to allow people to reciprocate. I want to X, Y, and Z, fill in the blank, right? Anyway, this is about mental health. So when it comes to that type of learning of self-love and unlearning patterns, that can start from mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual as well. Because a lot of us were not taught spiritual. Some of us, you know, we're in this generation is very emotional, right? And a lot of us were not taught to be to stabilize emotions. We weren't taught to to physically take care of our bodies. So when we take care of the body, we take care of the mind, and we take care of the spirit that is attached to the body. So spirit medicine right? And I say spirit medicine because plants come from the earth. The earth is a living, breathing vessel. We see that every season. It lives. Excuse me. It grows from a seed out of the ground, which has organisms, live organisms, minerals. It grows into a stem, leaves, plants, and then it reproduces. Every plant and tree reproduces. Some, not all. Okay? So, the soil is the gut. The soil is the gut. Inside that gut, you have roots. What roots are you putting in your gut? What roots are you putting in your mind? What roots are you laying down for the foundation of having a healthy mental? That's up to you if you want to have a healthy mental, a healthy spirit, a healthy body, a healthy foundation, because the body is the foundation. Okay? So, the spirit medicines that I work with a lot of sedatives, right? A lot of people like to call them I don't want to say hypnotics, but you have some hypnotics. I just call them sedatives. Herbs that make you relax, sleepy, calm. Some people say calmatives. Like, there's so many terms for herbs that calm the spirit, that have a calming spirit to it. So spirit medicine for me that I like to recommend for people who are like high functioning anxiety, OCD, insomnia, PTSD, like you name it, the things that I've named early on in the video. So there's a plethora, and I'm only sharing two. Skullcap. Skullcap is such a beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and I failed to mention this. Most sedatives are nerve vines. So when I'm out and about, like at events and stuff, and I actually had an elder lady come up to my booth, and she said, because I have signs to go over top of my hanging displays, and she said, what is mental health? And y'all, my eyes bucked. I was like, but again, they had no names for technical names and scientific names. They had no names for conditions, because whatever was ailing the body, it was in nature. Okay, hence the story. But anyway, skullcap is a very, very delicate yet electrical, powerful nerve vine that is amazing for ADD, ADHD, not kid friendly. Okay. If you want something that's kid friendly, I would just stick with like chamomile and catnip. Sprinkle. When I say sprinkle of lavender, I've like, people are so lavender crazy. I'm getting more requests for that, and I'm just like, no, and they're like, why not? Lavender is an endocrine disruptor. I have one blend with lavender in it, and I purposely did that on purpose. Just a little bit. But anyway, skullcap is one of those delicate flowers. Even the way you have to plant it is delicate. I can't seem to grow it. So I gave my seeds to someone else, and I'm hoping they have a better outcome than me. So you have that. Now, skullcap, I've seen people drinking it in the daytime, and I'm like, why is it in a blend for daytime? But anyway, to each his own. Sugar pie honey bunch, because I've taken some things that calm my nerves and my nervous system during the day, and I'm just like, and that evening nap is amazing. So the second one is skull cap is an essence. The second one is also an essence as well. The ones that I've named, chamomile, catnip, those are essence. As any herb that has a delicate flower attached to it is an essence. So my second essence is California poppy. I would love, ouch, I would love to show it in its raw state, in its raw form, because the flower itself is it's like it's pretty, it's yellow. I believe they call California poppy like the sunshine flower, but then you have other herbs that are yellow as well that have the same euphoric feeling. So California poppy is very, very delicate, but if you want something to shock your nerves, California poppy and mimosa. If you are someone who is lacking control of like PTSD, and again, this comes along with years of working on yourself and trying to get a handle on it. That is something that once the nervous system is shocked, it is shocked. And if it's shocked at a young age, you will always be working on your nervous system. Always. Like always. But someone who has the let me get it right. Let me say this right. Someone not right correctly. Someone who has mental anguish or mental illness. I don't like that word, y'all. Mental illness, but anyway, you really have to take time with yourself and what you're putting into your soil, so that way your roots are strong. And I'm talking about your gut. If your gut health is completely and utterly off and you do not eat fruits and vegetables on a regular, your body is going to feel it, and your mind is going to be on overtime, on go mode. Do you understand what I'm saying? So find the things that you absolutely like when it comes to fruits and vegetables and stick with it. Sometimes it's okay to switch up and try something new. I've tried so much new stuff and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I like this. I could do this over and over again. And my body likes it. I think where the switch is hard for people is because of the learned behavior. If you do not practice how to unlearn the things that has damaged the nervous system, i.e. your mental, because your nervous system is attached to your mental and as well as your gut, you're going to always have a hard time. And I'm saying always. It gets easier, but you're always going to have a hard time. Especially when a lot of when I say us, some people, you know, our culture is centered around food. You're unhappy? Here, eat some food, right? You said eat some food. You want to celebrate? Let's have some food. Having a baby? Let's have some food. Like anything celebratory. Like it's football season. Let's have some food. Y'all got some drinks? Like it's like that's the culture, right? So if you have these learned behaviors for 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years, that's the undoing that you have to do. And sometimes you may be the only one that's undoing it. And that in itself is a battle. So, recap. plenty rest, plenty sleep. You have to create a ritual around your mental health, gut health. If you don't correct, if you have gut dysbiosis, I think I'm saying it right. Gut dysbiosis, meaning that your gut is at an all-time low. There could be mold in there. There could be parasites. There could be excess fluid in there. It could be a combination of overproduction of mucus. Like, mucus is supposed to be in there, but not like an overproduction. Meaning that it could run straight through you. You could be backed up, and it could come up this way. You know, a whole lot of acid. Gut dysbiosis, long story short, is where the junctions in your gut are no longer functioning. Like, meaning a whole lot of trash and junk has got through there, and it's leaking into your bloodstream. Okay, food, the nutrients, is going to get into your bloodstream. The toxicity from food can get into your bloodstream by way of the gut. That in itself has to be fixed first before anything else, because if you go in, like, straight in with nervines, calmatives, essences that help to relax the body, it's gonna help for a short period of time, but without that gut support, it's gonna be an up and down roller coaster. So fix the gut first, and then your mind will follow, because if the mind is in pain, the body is in pain. So make sure you are exploring your garden mentally, physically, and spiritually. Until next time, take care of your mental health. Bye, y'all.